Hello and welcome to Morris Park. Well, this is just a little update on how our plants fared through the freeze. Our clematis actually did pretty good. It's a little wilty here and there, but we just took the blankets off, and so probably some of the weight of the blankets and stuff had something to do with this too. But all in all, it looks pretty good. They got little buds getting ready to grow out there and flower. So those are all pretty good. And you can see a little bit of burn here and there. Like right there, little spots, some cold spots back in there. Now, some of our roses took it a little harder. See some of the new shoots and new growth got burnt a bit. And some of these too. But these roses are tough. They'll come out of it. Yeah, let's go around and check a couple other things. And you can see some of our hollyhocks got a little bit burnt. You can see some discoloration in the leaves. But these hollyhocks are usually pretty tough. They stand a freeze pretty good. Most of them go through the winter with some leaves still on, even through the hard freezes. And if you look down here, you can see the spikes just starting. And these are going to be what's going to bloom here just a little later on. In fact, if you look down in there, there's some buds forming down inside there. See that? Yeah. So anyways, those are okay. They say the roses are a little hard looking, but they'll get over it. So this is one of our Ito peonies. It's the smaller of the two. And you can see it's a little bit bent over here and there, but all in all, I think they did okay. A little bud there. I think they're going to be fine. They made it through pretty good. May have reddened them up a little bit for the stress. This is our larger one. You can see it looks kind of bent over and looks a little rough, but actually, if you look at them, I think a lot of that's from the blankets and stuff being over them and some of the weight. You can see we still have some of the sticks there, but some of the blankets did weigh it down a little bit. And you can see some buds in there. There's a bud. So I think this one's going to be fine. I think a couple days it'll straighten back up and it'll be okay. Looks kind of rough, but it'll be alright. Now a couple of our iris kind of got it a little bit. I mean, I think it'll still bloom, but you see it kind of made them wilt down a bit, froze the stems to where they wilted down. But as you can also see, we have quite a few blooming out. I think they'll be fine. A couple of cockeyed ones. But I think they'll be okay. Now, it did burn off quite a bit of flowers on our tulip magnolia. We still got some buds left. They're going to be good. Still plenty of buds. We'll still get flowers out of this. But the ones that were on it, yeah, pretty well burnt up, you can see. But at least it didn't affect the leaves too bad, so that's a good thing. Now from a distance, the dogwood doesn't look too bad, but when you walk on up to it, you can see it kind of crinkled up quite a few of the flowers. But the actual flowers themselves, I believe, will go ahead and bloom. They've really expanded out quite a bit in the center there. They haven't opened up yet. I think the actual flowers are going to be fine. But those colorful bracts that we all like are kind of crinkled up. I think I'd crinkle up too if I was out there in 20 some odd degree Fahrenheit weather. But yeah, a little bit of damage there. Now on the other hand, our lilacs seem to have done very well. The leaves don't look too bad. Nice and fresh. Flowers look good. Smell good. So lilacs did pretty good. That. Awesome. At least we didn't lose those. Looking great. Beautiful. Alright, let's go check out something else. You can see the redbud trees didn't really make it too good. It burnt those flowers up pretty bad. Really took a lot of the color out of it. But the leaves themselves, for the most part, are pretty good. Starting to come out there. May have burnt a little bit of them. That one's burnt up. But those look nice and healthy. These red buds, they can stand about anything. They're very tough. So they'll be all right. We just kind of lost some of the color we were expecting to keep for a while. But oh well, these things happen. Now our quince didn't seem to really have much of a problem with it. I mean, you got a little bit of burning here. But all in all, a whole lot more flowers have popped out, and it's really putting on a show. I don't think we'll lose too much out of this. Look at that. It is just covered. Doing real well. We didn't cover this at all. All looking pretty good. See, it might have burnt a few of them, but all in all, it's really looking good. Very nice. This is really a beautiful bush. Nice quince. On the other hand, as you see, our crabapple got pretty browned out. It burnt up pretty good. Still has a pretty strong smell to it, but yeah, kind of crispy crittered. Oh well, at least we got a pretty good show there for a while. The white lilac did pretty good. Looks very nice. Looks like it's still going to carry on. I think a few of the leaves kind of wilted down a little bit, but not too bad. All in all, did real well. They do smell good. Now the white dogwoods did a whole lot better than the pink cultivar did. And I don't know if it's because these are more in the woods or just because they are native here and natural. But all in all, pretty good. You can see back through the woods, they're still going. Yeah, at least a few things made it good. In fact, really, we actually did pretty good. I'll have to say, I'm not too disappointed. Very awesome. Now, on the opunches outside here, I think it stressed them just a little bit. The new shoots kind of looking kind of red. But they don't look like they're shriveled or anything like that. They don't look like they're harmed. I think this thing's going to bloom out just beautiful. About another month. And I think it'll be just fine. Without any problems. See, the imbricata's got the little branches coming out there. It darkened this one, the new shoots on this one a little bit, but it's not too bad. I think it'll be okay. If I can get this thing to focus. But all in all, I think the new shoots will be okay. Hope so. I really want to see this one grow. Some new little red shoots right there. You see, brand new branches coming out. Hopefully I'll get a few flowers out of this too. Our cat Felix. Hi Felix. Yeah, I think the cactus did pretty good too. Now some of these peonies looking a little rougher, but not too bad. They're not really burnt. Let's say I think a lot of it's just from the weight of the blankets, weighing them down. And of course some of our roses, they did kind of get it, but not too bad. It's fixable. Now our Japanese maple did not do too well. You can see all those leaves got really bad burnt. It'll probably come out of it, but it might take it a little while to look good again. It was just starting to look pretty nice. Pretty rough. But the tree's still alive, and I'm sure it'll come out of it eventually. Just the things we got to deal with when we get all this weather. And some of the other peonies, that's how they look. See, a lot of it I think is just from weight. Look at some of these, they're just buds all over them. And I think they're going to be alright. I think they'll bloom out good. Over here, some there. If you really look closely on these, you'll see ants working them over. And that's important for peonies, actually. You have to have these ants with peonies because they produce so much sugar on the buds, they won't open without the ants. The ants clean off all that sugar and let the flowers open. Without them, really, they just don't work too well. But anyhow, look over here at these. They're looking pretty good. That one looks a little wilty, but all in all, I think they did okay. Lots of buds on there. See that? There. I think they're okay. Now this one here is Deb's like absolute favorite peony. And you can see the ants working it over. Cleaning off those buds, getting them ready to open up. They kind of unpack for us. Unpack the flowers. So the ants are good for some things, I guess. We get a little invasion of them here and there and everywhere, and they do cause some trouble here in the park and in the greenhouse. But as for the peonies, they help us on the peonies. This is a great big peach-colored peony. Like I said, one of Deb's very favorites. And it looks like it's going to be all right. Purple rose, a little rough. But anyhow, I think all in all, everything's good. Well, that's just a little update here. As they are, Japanese maples made it a little rough, but anyhow, this is Clyde Morris from Morris Park. I hope you guys are staying warm. I don't think we're supposed to get any more freezing after this. Never know. End of April is usually our last part of freezing for us. That's usually the last frost is in the end of April. But we'll see. I think it'll be all right. By Monday, we're supposed to get up to 80 degrees again. Isn't that crazy? Anyhow, this is Clyde Morris from Morris Park, wishing you all a great evening. And I hope you have a warm day tomorrow. Take care.